Bullying, the understanding. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Lakita Steele's webinar on bullying. My name is Lakita Steele. I was bullied from third grade in elementary school up until my junior year of high school. I was pushed, got my hair pulled, threatened, and called names. I went through a lot of depression. The taunting continued my first year of college from the same people. My mother was the only person who stood up for me. I didn't want her to make the school aware of what was going on because I thought it would make matters worse. My mother died when I was 18 years old. It wasn't until her death that I knew the only person that stood up for me wouldn't be able to stand up for me anymore. So I finally built up enough courage to stand up for myself and get help. Many children are suicidal or suffer from depression from being bullied because they are fed up and they don't have anyone to turn to for help. I'm here today to talk to you about preventing bullying because it is a very serious topic all over the world. And as parents and teachers, I don't want you to go through what my mother and I went through. So the question I ask is, what is bullying? And I do have an answer for you. Bullying is unwanted aggressive behavior among school-age children that involves a real or perceived power imbalance. The behavior is repeated or has the potential to be repeated over time. Both kids who are bullied and who bully others may have serious lasting problems. They can be different reasons for bullying, but we really don't know the exact answer. There are 4 types of bullying: verbal, physical, social, and cyber. And I'm going to talk a little bit about each of them. Number 1, verbal bullying. Verbal bullying is saying or writing mean things. It can be teasing, it can be name calling, it can be inappropriate sexual comments, it can be taunting, and it can be threatening to cause harm. Number 2, physical bullying. Physical bullying is hurting or doing damage to a person's body. It could be from hitting, kicking, pinching, shoving, spitting. It can be tripping. It can be pushing. It can be taking or breaking someone's things, a cell phone, a tablet. It can be a toy if it's a child, a really young child. It can also be making mean or rude gestures, rude hand gestures, I'm sorry. Sticking out your tongue, sticking up your middle finger, rolling your eyes. Those are all gestures and facial expressions that are mean. Number 3, social bullying. Social bullying is hurting someone's relationship or reputation. It could be spreading rumors about someone, embarrassing someone in public, telling other children not to be friends with someone else, and it could be leaving someone out or excluding them from things on purpose. Number 4 is cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is carried out through the internet or electronic mediums. It can be text messaging, pictures or video clips bullying via mobile phones or cameras, phone calls via mobile phones or house phones. It can be emailing. It can be bullying through chat rooms or instant messaging, which they call IM. It can also be through social media platforms, examples, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube. They've they've come up with so many different ways now to bully. It can come throughout any way. On the social media platforms, they can put a picture up of someone and Photoshop it, making them look like someone they're not, or making their face look um, distracted or like distraught. It could be different things, or it could be changing their body figures. I have done research to prevent bullying, and I've came up with 10 tips, 10 ways to prevent bullying. Number 1, start at home. Talk to your children about friendships. Help them understand the difference between a healthy friendship and a non-healthy friendship. Talk to them about their everyday social lives. Ask how was their day? Who did they eat lunch with? Or who did they hang out with during lunch period? And who do they sit next to in class? Their reactions alone will tell you by their answers if they're being bullied or not, or if their day didn't go so good. Number 2, learn the warning signs. Many children don't like to let anyone know that they are being bullied, just as I did, besides telling my mother. So pay attention to the signs such as grades dropping, excuses not to go to school, excuses not to stay in classrooms, and eating habits, maybe not eating at all or eating too much. Eating habits usually distract them to block out the fact that they're being bullied. Number 3, instill healthy habits. Instill an anti-bullying mindset in your child's brain. If you keep pushing the issue and letting your child know, instilling in their brain that bullying is bad, they will finally reach out to other people and tell other people. And that will also deflect them from feeling that they are the being bullied. Number 4, empower your children. Teach them at home, in school, tactics and tools for dealing with bullying. You can also give them literature, such as brochures and books. You can play games to stop bullying at www.stopbullying.gov/kids/games/games.html. There are games that will help, even though it's not something fun that you should be talking about, but it will help people know through the games how serious bullying is. Number 5, become familiar with school policies and procedures. It is important to get yourself as well as the children familiar with how bullying is handled in school. You should know and learn the disciplinary action in case the situation was to ever occur. Number 6, report bullying incidents. Even though people don't like to tattletale, it's not a bad thing when you're saving a child's life. Contact the guidance counselor, the dean, vice principal, principal, and request to set up meetings with your child, the bully, and the bully's parents to try to resolve the issue and situation before it escalates. Number 7, be an advocate. Together, as teachers and parents, you can work together with guidance counselors to create an anti-bullying program. Number 8, recruit other parents and teachers. Get other parents and teachers to join forces and get involved, to put your minds together and brainstorm ideas to help tackle this issue. Number 9, spend time at school. You can volunteer at recess and extracurricular activities. Sometimes the school needs extra staff. Extra staff and also an extra set of hands is an extra eye that can help deter bullying and stop it from going on school property. And finally, number 10, ask the PTA to sponsor a bullying prevention program. Collaborate with the parents and the Parent-Teacher Association to create fundraisers to build bullying awareness. You can have fundraisers or special programs every month to help just make awareness and keep instilling this awareness and how serious the issue is in your children's minds, in the teachers' minds, in the parents' minds, in the vice principal, the principal, the deans, and the guidance counselors' minds. This is all very important. I can't stress the issue of how important bullying is. Today, I have a son in middle school who has friends that get bullied. With the assistance of the guidance counselors, I have become a spokesperson for bullying in the school. I go to the school once a month to speak to students to help reduce bullying, and I also speak to the staff and parents as well. You too can take a stand, if not for your child or student, but for your child's friend or a student's friend, to join together to prevent bullying from continuing. Remember, bullying affects everyone, not just the child. It affects you. It affects the teacher. It affects the principal. It affects the vice principal. It affects the dean, and it affects the guidance counselors. Once one child is bullying and one adult gets involved, then everyone gets involved. This is the end of my presentation. I hope you all have enjoyed it. Take what you've learned and heard back to other teachers, parents, and children, or have them watch my webinar on my website at www.lakitasteele.com. Let us all join together as adults to help our children prevent bullying and finally put bullying to an end. Thank you for enjoying my webinar. That is all, and I'll see you next time with my next presentation. The end.